You are teleported into a game of your choice for a month. If you die in the game, you die in real life, but whatever. Easy, Grand Theft Auto Online. It's set in real world Los Angeles. With the login bonuses that Rockstar offers to new gamers, it would be pretty easy to make a couple $1 million just from turning the game on. If you get ambitious, there's 2 more easy missions that can earn you another $500k. You can buy a stilled mansion house in Hollywood Hills free and clear for under $400k. Then just steal a bunch of G-Wagons and Corvettes and store them. Then sit in your house and avoid death for 30 days. Come out of it with about 10-20 cars you can sell, a house, and a couple million in savings along with some pretty badass weaponry. This game will make you come in 40 seconds. So you come every 40 seconds for a month? In a standard 30-day month you would ejaculate 64,800 times. The mean amount of semen per ejaculation is 3.7 milliliters of ejaculate. Assuming that you could pull off this amount every time, this means that you would create roughly 63 gallons of baby gravy. Those low plastic children's pools are maybe 20-25 gallons, so you could fill 3 of them. Minecraft. If you're not fucking around too much, it's easy to stay alive, and a 1 meter cube of gold would be worth just a touch over $1 billion. $1,045,521,120 at current prices. Yes, but you'd also come back being immortal. You will live on as everyone you've ever known dies, even your own kids. At some point you will have done everything you possibly can. You will live on for billions of years as the sun dies and kills our solar system. Humanity will be gone. Our planet will be gone. The only thing left is you, as you float around in space for billions and billions of years, all alone. Pokemon. So many possibilities. Open a circus or a zoo and charge admission. Get rich then retire with my exotic pets. More diabolical plan could be running for president using a psychic Pokemon to help with persuasion, winning people over. Use this for good and make life-saving changes in government. Be able to travel without buying plane tickets or spending hours in transit. Instant teleport. Plus people don't die in Pokemon, so win-win. Fuck it, Dark Souls. Depending on what counts as death, Dark Souls could actually be not your worst choice since you are effectively and canonically immortal. So if only final deaths count and you manage to complete all games in the given time, you would come back as an immortal Ubermensch with superior magical skills and a pile of epic stuff for cosplays. So yeah, fuck it, Dark Souls FTW. If you want Monofama power, Comma Stellaris, start as Earth. You now rule Earth. Crusader Kings 2. Start as King of the Holy Roman Empire. Civ V54. Stat as the Civ you want.
If you want skills Magicka, you start as a literal wizard, and has resurrection as a spell. Any MTG game, you are a planeswalker. Any Batman game, you are no Batman Divinity. Original Sin, if you beat the game, and it's not hard on story mode, you are now the literal god divine. Darksiders 2, you are no Death Incarnate. Jedi Knights, you are now a Jedi, or just play Old Republic.
Other mentions, Brutal Legend, you are now the heaviest metal dude ever. Terraria, Minecraft, but with better equipment. Guns of Icarus, you now have a steam airship, and can be a badass steampunk pirate. Portal, hello Portal Gun, Hunipop, you get a sex fairy. Gary's mod, well yeah. Bro, Skyrim, there's a chance I'd die looking for the ingredients for Fortify Restoration and Fortify Alchemy potions and a few bits of enchanted gear, but once I get those I'm set. I'm coming back a nigh indestructible demigod with thousands of pounds of gold and enough magic to make Dumbledore my butler and Merlin my toilet slave. Also an immortal horse who will go apeshit on my enemies. The Simpsons tapped out, make tons of money, bring back a Simpsons Crustland theme park, spend a month living with the Simpsons, you cannot die. etc. Similar concept to The Sims free play but wackier. Also, with The Sims if the person decides to age you come back old, or you could die, theoretically. Doom Eternal. I was originally planning on ultra violence and after like 2+ hours on each level for days I got frustrated and went down to normal mode. Holy shit, does that have fucking train you? When I dropped into normal mode all of a sudden I was fucking the good of death. I was clearing levels in 10 minutes that before were taking me hours. Mostly because on hard mode you really have to utilize every skill to be the most efficient and survive. So when you drop down to normal it's like a hot knife through butter. Now imagine that but in real life. Either that or God of War. For the same reasons. The Simpsons tapped out. Make tons of money. Bring back a Simpsons. Crustland. Theme park. Spend a month living with the Simpsons. You cannot die, etc. Similar concept to The Sims free play but wackier. Also, with The Sims if the person decides to age you come back old, or you could die, theoretically. Final Fantasy XIV. Lore-wise, you never really die. Instead, you just go unconscious, at which point Hydealian yeets you back to the nearest aetheryte. I could just spend the entire time power leveling all the combat jobs, then just grind the gathering jobs and make bank on the market board. Nothing but profit. And need I forget the fact that there's mythificking cat girls? Dead by Daylight. At least if I ever survive, I can always see the aura of my killer if ever they are in the midst. Plus, I can both be a survivor and a killer, so why not? According to the law, a certain entity requires sacrifices, in the form of the survivors, by feeding off their hope and stealing pieces of their soul upon their deaths. The entity also prevents survivors from ever actually dying, so that the hunt can begin anew. There also is no escape. Once a survivor leaves their hunting grounds, they will always find themselves back at the campfire. This also serves as a way to give the survivors hope, which further feeds the entity. Well, if I get to load into my main character in EVE Online I would not undock for a month. Can't die if I don't undock. Upon return, I now own more liquid cash than the entirety of humanity has ever had. I now own the largest, most powerful military capable of wasting Earth in the first volley, capable of jumping light years at a time and bridging my non-jump capable spaceships at will. I now own the largest interstellar mining fleet, turning all earthbound resource extraction into a gigantic waste of money as I can outproduce and undersell anyone. I now own a little under 300 entire planets dedicated purely to resource extraction and automated fabrication of goods. There is no more economy unless I choose not to occupy a market niche. Last but not least, I am now functionally immortal, having an endless supply of clones and the ability to capture and image my consciousness at will. Give me retail World of Warcraft, I can quest easily through 120 without ever dying if I never get too ambitious. I won't do dungeons so I won't risk other players griefing my run. I'd make close to 100,000 gold pieces just from this and spending minimally. I'd likely complete 2 profession skills in this time. Get a bunch of sellable gear while I can keep what I like. Have tens of pets and mounts. And most of all, I'd make a druid so I can shapper shift at will. Now if it's classic, I wouldn't make it a day. Destiny. If I die I have a chance to come back as a nigh unstoppable god capable of bending reality to my will, and if I don't I can get access to magic guns. Ships that can travel throughout the solar system with ease and programmable matter that by itself is worth the risk. And even if die and come back as a guardian and forget all my memories, it's not like I'll be a different person and I'll have my friends and families to tell me about who I was, and I can record a video for myself and have someone return it to me upon my resurrection or return to the real world. Final Fantasy II. So here's the thing about FF2. You can buy the ability to use magic in stores and anyone can do it. Guy can do it and he only speak beaver. So I'll earn cure and Asuna. I then spend the rest of the day stabbing myself in the thumb with a pin and healing. Prick, heal, prick, heal. Leveling in FF2 was based on how often you did the thing. For example, HP is based on how often you take damage. By doing this I can easily reach Olympic athlete levels of stamina with the power to heal any wound instantly. I become a doctor and track star on returning. Also I guess I would also be the deadliest man alive with a sewing pin. Bonus.